Now, the leader of the Yellow Ghana movement, Samuel Appiah Dankwa, has filed for an interlocutory injunction seeking to restrain the Electoral Commission, that's the EC, from printing the notice of poll and ballot papers ahead of the December 7 general elections. Lawyer for Mr. Appiah Dankwa, Martin Pebu, in his application is praying the court to declare that the decision of the EC disqualifying the applicant from contesting the 2024 public presidential elections without indicating any specific ground for its disqualification and without offering the applicant the opportunity to be heard constitutes a blatant breach of the applicant's fundamental right to hearing. Let's get more on this, and we've been joined in the studio by the leader of the Yellow Ghana movement, Samuel Appiah Dankwa, to give us more details of this. Samuel, if you can come closer to me, on what grounds are you trying to get this injunction?
We have filed a substantive application for judicial review, and we would want the EC to expedite action on that particular application. And we see that the EC is still going ahead with election-related activities, leaving us out in the cold. They know we have an application. They know we have already sent them a demand notice. They know what our grievances are. And they have just declined to address them whilst expediting action on election-related activities, leaving us out. So we believe that this action is necessary to be able to at least, hold them in check or restrain them so that we can at least have them respond to our grievances. Once they come to court, once they file an appearance and file their defense, we can start something to at least let us know our position with regards to the application we have filed.
Now, all the parties involved who have been approved, given the green light to contest, have already signed the notice of poll. How feasible is it calling for
You see, the Electoral Commission is aware we are in court. They are aware. They are aware we are in court. And in fact, on the day the announcement was made, on the 20th of September, we sent them a petition explaining to them that they've made a mistake. The announcement said that we hadn't filed certain documents, and they were wrong.
So your vice presidential candidate hadn't filed his tax clearance.
Well, that was before Thursday. That was on the 12th of September. By the morning of 13th September, we had already procured the tax clearance certificate, and we sent a soft copy at 9:24 on 13th September. And by about 10 or 15 minutes to 5 o'clock, we had already sent a hard copy to the Electoral Commission. But when she did her announcement, she specifically said that we hadn't, submitted those documents. And we sent her a petition on that day. Even before she made the announcement, we had already, because she had already sent us a letter, we had already responded to that with a petition to say that, no, you've made a mistake. Just have a look at the documents again and then do the necessary corrections. They haven't even had the courtesy to respond to that. Our lawyer wrote to them on the 20th of September, that evening after they made the formal announcement, after they had their press conference. And I think they were served on the 24th of September. And they haven't had the courtesy to respond to it. We have filed an application for judicial review at the court. I think it was filed on the 10th of October. They have been served. They have still not filed an appearance. They have not filed their statement of defense. And they're just leaving us out in the cold. So we had no option than to file this
injunction.
Yes, this application.
And finally, the EC chairperson during the press conference said all those who were disqualified were given the opportunity to make the corrections. Is that to say you were not given the opportunity to make those corrections?
Like I said, we were given the opportunity.
And you failed to meet the deadline for the corrections.
We did. You see, the thing that really upsets most of us who were disqualified, in my case, for example, in the case of most people I know, is that we submitted our documents. We did a resubmission. But in her press conference, she said we did not. Clearly, someone is not telling her what she needs to know. And that's why we are coming before the court to let, both parties sit down. If she's unwilling to listen to our petition and our demand notice, at least both parties can sit down. And then, before the court, we are all equal people.
Okay.
Because she seems to be exceeding her mandate. She does. I think she clearly does not understand what she's supposed to do. Because yesterday, at the IPAC meeting, she said that she is not obliged to ask us to, she's not obliged to allow us corrections. Clearly, she doesn't understand what the law demands of her.
All right.
And then, secondly, if I may just say
you have
this.
20 seconds.
Okay. Secondly, secondly, she said yesterday at the IPAC meeting that she is sure that she doesn't envisage a situation where we'll be returned onto the ballot. So that's why she's going ahead with the processes. Okay. But that is counter to logic and reasoning, because it is not the first time the EC has been taken to court, and they have not won in all cases. So why would you put the country in a situation where we would have to spend over 800 million cedis on printing ballot papers, only to be told by the court, just like they did in one particular district elections, to basically say that, you made a mistake, go back to the drawing board. We can't, she has to reason with us. Okay. She has to at least respect the courts. And that's the reason why we filed the application.
All right. Samuel Appiah Dankwa, leader of the Yellow Ghana movement. We wish you well. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.